And if they do nothing, man, the game is so over. Oh, I love Dimir. I love Dimir so much. Okay, with this, there is a chance. You know what? There is actually a chance. They are stealing all our cool stuff, but we have a lot of pressure. We can deal 14 damage on this turn. We'll just make our Fish of Doom even better, stronger, faster, more furious. Go, my Fish of Doom. Go, my minion. You need to kill them. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today a very different aggressive build for Dimir, and it's still control, but it can finish the game very quickly, so it's very action-packed. You have sharks here, you have sharks here, and those counter spells, so they are the best sharks. And with the whale you have early game removal, and also great finisher for the last turn of the game, and with curiosity, every of those creatures can draw cards. You have Fountainports, you have Reefs, so you can draw a lot of cards, be super aggressive, and still have enough control over the game that you can just, you know, smoke all the red decks, because this doesn't trigger the death effect, so we actually don't get all of this damage, which means we can play less Anoint with Affliction. And with all the cards from Quick Stud and Tome, we are quick, we are resilient, and we are deadly. So I hope you like it, have fun guys, and enjoy! Alright, let's set. We are going first. We don't have literally any interaction. We drew all of our sweepers from the deck. However, there's one good thing. The Tome. The almighty Tome. And I mean, this is a good land. You know what? I will take it. Just because it's untapped, it gives all the mana, and that is the problem. That is the problem. Our matchup is, of course, the one, the only mono red, and we need to survive. This will be harsh. I think we'll start scrying already, because I won't have too much time. Alright. They already deal, what, 5 damage, I believe? Yep, here we go. Let's check priority for green mana. So they don't have protection spell, they don't they don't have Tyver stand. Let's go for this, and let's actually make an upkeep stop. Nope. Yeah, I think we need to start doing removal, so I will actually go for this. Here you go. Here you go. Alright, it seems that they have some... Yeah, so they don't have protection spell. Unless they draw it on this turn, we should be fine. I don't think there are like any relevant 2 mana protection spells. So we can play a tap land here, go for the throat when they pump it, and go from there. They could go for another creature, which would make it a little bit harder, but let's see. This is a very harsh one, just because we didn't draw this at the early game. We also have some effects that, you know, don't trigger the death. Like Anoint with Affliction, the Whale, but we didn't get them, so we need to play the hard game. They know that we have something. I will take this 2 damage. If we can. What are you? Oh, they actually have 2 mana. Man, they are always greedy. Absolutely punished. They only have red mana, which means they cannot protect it. And they already used the card that kinda protects it by creating a new creature. So man, absolute blowout for them. And we're not surprised. Let's go Fountainport. This is the turn when we can use it. We probably won't. Alright, I think we are in a decent spot. Moment you play Greatshark, you probably win the game. Like, honestly. Let's draw cards. I prefer to get more cards and live game. Yeah, I think we're closing on the game. Man, the fact that we drew all of the deadly cover-ups from the whole deck is kinda hilarious. But we should be fine, and when they draw finally a creature, we just shark it. And so far we can just go for more cards and more live game. We should start hitting Quick Stud. See? That's how you make magic. Alright? And with this we should be absolutely fine. That's why we play this kind of build, because once we get the value chain going... Oh, that was a bit of a blunder, because I forgot we don't have the shark mana. So this is their chance to play a creature, but we will just kill it. And they will just protect it. So this could be interesting, honestly. But I think we might even play Curiosity to draw cards. It seems that they actually drew the creature on the only turn when we tap, so good for them. But if they don't do anything... Oh man. Oh, this is such a game ender. Yeah, they should scoop. Even if they can kill it, that means every next creature will draw cards, including the shark. And next turn we play this, we go shark into go for the throat. And if they do nothing, man, the game is so over. Like, it's not even close. Oh my god. Oh, I love Dimir. I love Dimir so much. I think they kinda misplayed. They went so greedy. So greedy. And as you can see, the value for this deck just never ends. Once you get going, you just keep drawing, what, like 3 cards a turn usually? Alright, so let's see. I'm not... So I could play Shark just to get faster lethal. But why would I? Why would I? I'm at 21 basically with the Tome. And that's another Tome. Let's hit the land. Man, this is so much power. Oh my god. Oh, I love it so much. Let's go with the Verge. Let's go with the Tome. And I mean, I have too many cards, but we'll still try to stack some removal. Because the more removal you have, the more over the game is. Our opponent doesn't like to leave games, but we'll make sure it happens anyway. Alright, I expected a whale, to be absolutely honest. So, let's go with the sewers. I like survey, but look at this, like, we will never lack value for the rest of the game. I mean, they want to draw some cards. Do you want to help them? Nah. And you know what? Let's create token. It's not a good play, but it's a very fun play. It's a very fun play. Just, you know, to discourage our opponent from playing the game. That's the idea for this play. Here it is, the little mouse that really wanted. So we can get all this life gain, so this could be, what, 12 life gain if we really want. I'm not scrying because I'm super greedy and I want to get all of those cards. See, I told you I wanted a whale. So oh, I love it so much. They might have protection spells, so that's why we do not go with, you know, go for the throat right now. And we are actually winning the race. The fun, you know, fact about this game, we can literally go for lethal on the next turn. I could just double go for the throat this, and they probably cannot do anything about it. But double removal is not enough. We need more. And the cool part, they need to cast something. Like 1 damage with all those stones doesn't do anything. Oh my god, I cannot believe how over this game is. We can draw 4 cards if we want. Well, now they are doing it, huh? Let's see how many cards they have. Well, this doesn't really do anything, to be absolutely honest. I think they want to burn together. I didn't expect they have this card, but it seems that they do. So let's see how much they can do it. It's a very weird play. I have to say, I never expected that they will go for this one. That still means it dies. I can take this damage. I just try to prepare for a protection spell, because right now they only deal what? 4 damage, that's it. That's the whole play. And as you can see, we absolutely... See, alright, let's sit. We do not have anything to do on this turn, but we know we don't need more lands, so let's surveil. We are on the draw, so a little bit rough. And our opponent is Boros. Interesting. We definitely need to stop getting flooded. 7 lands on 10 cards is a little bit crazy. We also don't have a single tome or a single quick stat. So we didn't draw any of our 8 value cards, and we are drawing 7 lands in a row basically. So that's a lot. That is a lot. Let's see. 8 lands in a row. Thank you, Shuffler, for this one. you ate their balance between getting mana screwed and mana flooded. Like, there is no in between. It just has to be one or the other. So let's see what our opponent is doing. So our draw is as bad as it humanly is possible. And our opponent gets, yep, 9th land in a row. It's a good land, but it's still 9 lands in 12 cards. So we are basically playing like if we had 45 lands in the deck. And needless to say, you don't build deck to play like it has 45 lands. They also will have priority on the Fountainport, so that's not amazing. But there's nothing we can do about it. Our opponent played the land. Maybe I should block, I don't care. Alright, let's go for the fish. Honestly, it feels like one of those games that get decided by the draws. However, sometimes you get this crazy follow-up, so maybe you can go like this. Alright, I mean, let's go like this. We'll just race each other with the fish. I guess that's the game plan. This means I could go for the throat, but I don't want to. Let's see if we can counter something maybe. We can also go with the Greatshark if they go too hard on something. This is enchantment, we cannot counter this one, unfortunately. To be absolutely honest, I think we can get a very good deal here. Listen, I'm going for it because my start is really bad and I need to probably try to kill him. And this really helps us. No, sorcerer speed, you cannot stop, don't even try. Alright, so basically I'm trying to salvage this game, but we are so unfavored right now, it's crazy. Yep, they will make another one, they will draw a card. The good part about the Greatshark is that it has a lot of toughness, and moment after I try to be aggressive, I get my value cards. Alright, I guess it's kinda something, I guess. So we could go for the throat, and there's some extra damage. I don't hate this play. Let's go for it. This might be our first moment to really go for a little bit of extra damage. And do we go with the Tome or Fountainport to create more pressure? I think we go for this. And even cycling it during this turn is already decent value. No way they are attacking. Is that a sweeper? That has to be a sweeper. That means we are not going for the whale. Alright, it is a sweeper. Alright, however, this doesn't create a token, so they actually don't get too much value on this turn. No, don't do things. Alright. Interesting. So they can go for Dimir mana. Alright, that's fine. Honestly, I think we go with this. I really want to get rid of the Fountainport. Because then they aren't guaranteed to make tokens. I'm sure they will have other ways, alright? I also cannot play the whale then, so it's not as great. But I think we still should go for it. We can also draw a card, but it's not amazing. Alright, our opponent has a free turn, they got their sweeper, they got their stuff, and we cannot continue the pressure. This is absolutely fine, this is actually pretty good for us. It will hurt later, but it won't hurt right now. And let's go for the fish. I really want to get this extra damage going, and you know that Fish of Doom is doing work. Alright. Very good draw. Alright, this is one of the draws we really need. I should probably go for the reef. Like, I forgot how close to you know, winning we are. This could be Helix. Oh, it's not. Alright, alright. So okay. We have actually options. For the first time in the game, we have some control over this game. Caretaker's Talent. So they played the land, that means no Fountainports. So I actually think we'll try to counter any token that they have. They might have one card that creates tokens. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's go. Man, that's how we roll. We need to go with the whale. We need to actually just try to rush them. That's why the reef would be so good, but we'll play it on this turn. Done? Are you serious? Oh my god. Alright, alright. This was a hit. It hurt me in the soul, but it's okay. We'll just make our Fish of Doom even better. Even stronger, faster, more furious. I mean, this is not a bad draw. I could draw more cards, but I don't want to. Go, my Fish of Doom. Go, my minion. You need to kill them. For the sake of being with bad opening hand. For every player that had bad opening hand, we need to win this. Please stop. Alright, 3 damage. I mean, it's okay, right? It's interesting. Does it mean they don't have Get Lost? Rest in peace. You know what? I'm happy to see this card for the first time when I don't play Reanimator deck. You know what? You got it. You got it, my friend. They only have 3 mana. This doesn't create a token. By the way, we can play the cat, but we don't want to. And they know that we can draw into it at the end step and still play it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have something. However, what do you know what 3 mana means? 3 mana means that they are dead. Absolutely, completely dead. And I cannot believe it, but we actually won with this. That's 10 damage. Even if they have removal and they don't, we can always 3 steps ahead it. Oh my god, I cannot believe we actually managed to do it. Man, we drew like 9 lands on 12 mana, on 12 cards, and we still managed to get through. I would love to be on the play with this hand, because we have Tome, so we can basically redraw 4 extra cards. So you have more tempo and kinda more value. So let's see what our Teferi opponent is doing. A hard mulligan. Show me the mountain. Oh, life gain? Huh. I will wait. It might not be an aggro deck. But it's still Boros, it's still the new mono red. So let's see what the play is. Jeskai. See, I knew it's an aggro deck, but it's not like they might actually use this as a ramp spell. So this is very interesting. It's a little bit unfortunate, so the main play of their deck will be on the next turn probably, and if I was on the play I could 3 steps ahead, but I'm bad and I'm on the draw, which means that I have to play a Tome, which also gives them information that we have no negate, and they can go all in on the whatever they are doing. The 4th land. Oh, this is the 3rd one, so it's actually the tapped one. They have 4 mana but only 3 lands. That's actually pretty huge. Alright, I don't think I will scry it. It's very risky, but I don't think we go for it. And here it is, see? Exactly, so if I was on the play, I counter it, and very likely the game is over. Here, completely different game. Now we actually need to kill him extremely fast before he gets the value from this. So the whole game will be boiled down to us being on the draw. We'll completely change the whole gameplay because of this, and the new gameplay is not good for us. So what can we do here? This is also an artifact, so if he waited 1 more turn after 3 steps, well, 2 more turns, we could also Greatshark it, or if they drew it later. So far, extremely bad start for us. Extremely. And so normally what you do is you just hold up counter spells. In this situation you cannot hold counter spells anymore because you will lose. So being on the draw just literally dominated the whole game to the point that if we lose it's because we are on the draw. So let's see it. 1 damage is fine. We can at least prevent the next threats, but the problem is that with Realmbreaker they don't need to make more. They will just start milling, and we actually draw cards, so it's so good for them. They don't need to answer, they can just do it at the end step. We doing this thing, my friend? Alright, great. Let's go for the blue mana. We have so many, we are getting flooded as well, so really not a great spot, and you can already tell the difference. And here it starts. Normally this would never happen. Alright, and yeah, extremely good cards milled, including one of our counter spells. And alright, they are taking the land, they actually don't want to draw more lands. Normally this would suggest that they have 1 or 2 lands in the hand, and they don't want to draw more, but we cannot be sure. It might be just, you know, oh, I will crack it. So we can prevent the next stuff, but not this stuff. And here we go. All of this because we are on the draw and we are bad at magic. Now Reefs. Yep. I honestly think we'll lose because we are on the draw. I mean, we don't really want to do much here. So the damage doesn't matter. So what we have to do is go for the Scoundrel. It's not only a creature that deals some damage, it's also a creature that blocks our sharks and whales. So we kinda need to roll with it, because we actually need to be super aggressive. I still will draw cards, because it's still way more power for us and not a big difference in the library size. And we probably have to go with the Greatshark. So we actually have to really go through it. This will be hard if they attack us. Augur, this is insanely good card. But they might go for another Realmbreaker. If they play it, we can shark it. So I will risk it because they cannot really proliferate anything. It's just a card for card. So if that was poison deck, I would absolutely counter it. But here they don't get any value from proliferate, which means it's just 1 for 1. And they might miss. Like if they hit 3 lands, that means the card was basically countered for free. So generally, whenever you see cards that draw other cards, you kinda don't counter them as a rule. You want to counter the thing that they will take from the deck, because the thing from the deck is limited. So if you counter this, they have 1 less. If you counter this, they still have the same amount. Yep, I'm not super happy with this one, but what can you do? What can you do? So we need to be super aggro right now, and it will be very hard to protect our creatures. They still have 4 cards, and a lot of this should be removal. I didn't see any so far, but I expect that there will be. And we kinda need to make the bad play of playing this into potential removal or counter spell. But we don't have good choices at this situation. What can you do? Being on the draw, you know. They will I think they will go for removal, but maybe they won't. We untap, so that's already way better than I expected. And maybe so we need to push for super quick lethal. Right now we also have 3 steps ahead. If we can make a copy of this, this is 10 damage a turn, so I really bank on this. They don't have enough for the Cover Up and the removal unless they play land. We have some card though. We have 3 extra cards, but the problem is that we need to get going quickly because this burns us super hard. I will go for it. This is the main card, and they want to run Breaker with the rest of the mana. So let's try it. I don't know if it works. I have to try to make it work. If they counter this, I think that's it, but I'm not sure. Alright. Okay, with this there is a chance. You know what? There is actually a chance. Alright, they are stealing all our cool stuff, but we have a lot of pressure. We can deal 14 damage on this turn. Alright guys, I think this is the moment to scry. We need a good card from the top. Are you a good card from the top? In this situation I don't think it is. Oh, they are tapped, so we can actually draw a lot of cards if we want. No, we don't want to draw cards. We want to have an ambush that is a lethal, because we have a land that deals damage. Oh, but if we activate it, that's a problem. Definitely Fountainport. So I can go with the Reef, and they need to kill those 2 creatures and still hold mana for the Reef. But if they can do it, so if they have like Deadly Cover Up and go for the Throat, our full game plan is absolute blowout. However, if I play the Whale, that can dish a lot of damage, and that will be lethal. I think this is better. 10 damage. Man, it's crazy because all of this happening is literally because we're on the draw. The difference between, you know, those 2 ways to start the game is insane. Alright, but I honestly think we can still win. Yep, because this is their only way. They have this token. This is so annoying. Alright, this is so bad for us. I expected Deadly Cover Up. That would be so much better for us. And they have perfect mana to get this token going. And I cannot prevent it. So this is 5. No reason to go with Fountainport. I can deal 4 damage, but that's it. And I need more. And they want to run Breaker. We'll force them to activate this. But they probably can do the same thing again. I still have some open mana. But I will play with the Warded thing, because it's so hard to remove for them. And for 2 mana they shouldn't have a counter spell. Alright. For a moment I thought, is there authority or something? Why is it tapped? I forgot how it works. I will still play the untapped land. We need as much mana as possible. So we could try to go for lethal, but it won't work. We can deal 6 damage, they will just block with this. If we activate this, we have 3 mana for quick study. But then we lose the flash pressure. Oh, this is such an awkward situation. Man, Sunfall really saved them completely. Sorry, bro, I need to think about this. We have many ways to play it out, and it's very hard to win. They have 3 cards only. They don't have too much value. I still have some time. I think we just attack, we force the token, and we see what they will do again. They cannot kill this. They have to block with this. If they go to 1, that's very uncomfortable spot, especially that we have flash creatures, including Reef. So yeah, we can do so much at the end step. 3, 5, and 3, so we can go this into this. No way, man. No way. This is very interesting. I didn't expect them to go for this. So they are literally at 1. That means Fountainport. And so we can go Fountainport. Oh, but we have 4 mana. So it's better to make a shark. However, they don't have too many plays. Is that double Jace? Do they play both Jace and Runbreaker? I don't think they should. They already play Ra. I really don't think they should have Jace, so I don't think they have Lethal. But we'll see. We'll see. I would love to have some counter spells, but we don't. So we need to play the hard game. Alright. Can you counter battle? No, because there were no battles when this was printed first. Alright, that's a lot of stuff. So I could try to hit a counter spell. You know what? Let's draw first. Because we still can play the shark. We need to overwhelm them. This is what, 6 creatures, so that's quite a lot. And one of them can be cut down. Alright, I still think we go with this. This will be hard, but it's doable. They will get so much more fuel than they should, man. They still have something, so I kinda hoped that they will tap more. Alright, let's go with the shark, see what happens. The only mana is the red one. So this is damage-based removal, and usually it deals 3 damage, not 4. Yep. I could try to draw cards. So I really want to pressure with Reef. They cannot kill it, probably. There are some cards, but they probably shouldn't. And we can cut down, so we force 4 creatures. They cannot flip the battle then. So how much mana we need? We need this, we have 3. I actually want untapped land. That means I can quick start now. If I draw something relevant, it might change how we play. I'm still drawing from the deck, but oh my god, this draw was awful! I really wanted 3 steps ahead. Alright guys, definitely not our game of those draws, I have to say. This is not great. Let's actually go to combat phase. We'll make it in the perfect way. I want to declare blockers, so I'm sure that my Reef works. And before they declare blockers, let's mill our opponent of course, we get rid of one of those. They still have the token. I guess with the token they can still flip it, right, and get the fairy going. But they're losing a lot of creatures and they need to keep blocking every turn. Man, I cannot believe that this game is still going. It's still all of because we were on the draw on turn 3. Like normally I wouldn't need to rush it so hard and we would just go for the value and draw so many cards that we win the game, but against Runbreaker we cannot. Like, we don't need those stops anymore. We're fully tapped, our opponent. So this is our opponent's moment to shine. This is a very interesting block. No way. That's a very interesting one. Oh, it has Death Touch, sure. I got so bamboozled at first. We still get the Greatshark. And here's the Death Touch. And they lost all the board. So this is interesting. They still have the Reef. Chandra. Alright. Bad things are going to happen to us. And Roar. Well, and this is what happens. Man, they got 6 extra creatures last turn, so we couldn't go through. That's not normally how you do it. Alright, getting to 7. Yeah, and I think with this we lost. We wouldn't be forced to make those plays, if not the Runbreaker so early. Now we have this, so can we win from now on? The answer is no. We fall 2 behind. I will give him a good game, but that's crazy. And I'll tell you, if we weren't on the draw, we would win this game super hard. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed the games today, and even the last one. Man, that was a little bit of, salt inducer, but to be fair, I think it was a great game. So even though it turned not the way I wanted it, by 1 life, I think we played it pretty well, and honestly, if we're on the play, I'm sure we would win this. Not even close. If we countered the Runbreaker, the game was kinda over. They had nothing else for the rest of the game. I really like Enduring Curiosity, even though we don't play like all of them, only 3 only. The fact that you have whales, Sharks, Curiosity, and Fountainport together with Reef, that's the big thing. Those are so hard to get removed over and over. At some point, you will get a creature hitting their face, and even 1-2 extra cards is just such a big difference. And if they want to negate it fully, they don't have exile effect, they need 2 different cards. 1 for creature, 1 for enchantment. So even in this way, it gives you card advantage, and because it's a flash speed, for attack, it actually threatens planeswalkers very nicely and very early. So you can usually catch your opponent off guard with this deck so hard, because nobody expects control deck to play so aggressively at end step. And suddenly the 5/4, it's very hard to remove, even with like red decks. They have lightning strikes, they have shocks. They actually need 2 cards to just answer it. So it's very easy to get ahead, especially if you counter the second one, it's a full blowout. So guys, I really like the deck, and yeah, I honestly think that's kinda it for today. Oh, you thought we forgot about our amazing patrons? Shame on you. Of course we don't. Thank you, patrons, for supporting this channel so we can create more shark madness for Dimir. And I'll be honest, this is my favorite way to play Dimir, just with a lot of sharks. So I hope you are enjoying it. Thank you for your support, and you are amazing. So thank you guys, and see you tomorrow.